folks, Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Good God almighty. Can this playoff series get any more intense? I'm beyond stressed out right now, and I'm sure everybody else is out there. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hockey Happy Hour. We are live from the BMW Atlantic City Studios here in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey. I'm Matt Sassuti. This is the Penguin loving Michael Klankoff.
Bang, bang.
And we got the Darkwing Brian Daly behind the board, bringing you all the action here on the production side. And we are brought to you by Skinzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can find them at the web at www.skinzanosports.com, or you can give them a call at 856-889-3434. Remember, 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and on www.skinzanosports.com. Now, if you were a Bruins fan, I would have had to have done that. But since you're not, you're wearing the other piss yellow, I can't.
Here I am.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. We lost Mike there for a second. He was MIA.
I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
he's
No
all right.
worries. No worries
It's all
here. Yeah.
So, with that being said, the Philadelphia Flyers did win in what was probably one of the most agonizing games to watch all season. Wow. I will tell you this right now. That was a wow, that was a stressful game. Very, very stressful game. But you know what? The Flyers managed to pull it off. They managed to win. And now they still control their destiny. They still control it. Unfortunately, it's looking like the Florida Panthers are not going to do what they're supposed to do, and that is choke and lose like the piece of shit organization that they are.
Anything just to drive you nuts.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, we finally get a night where, you know, your Flyers win.
I know.
And now you have to worry about another team, and they're screwing you over.
It's ridiculous.
It's going to come down to the wire, but I do believe you guys will be fine.
Unfortunately, it is. It very much is. However, there is a chance for the Flyers to clinch a playoff spot without needing a Florida Panthers loss, and that is on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have the luxury of being 4 points ahead of the Florida Panthers, we also have the luxury of clinching a playoff berth in our final match of the season.
That I was about to say we. What the hell am I saying here? That you do.
Yeah, I was going to say we. What's this
Yeah,
we were
no,
talking about?
we
You're
ain't.
already in the playoffs. You don't need to worry about this.
Yeah, we are. It's all about positioning at this point. So.
At this moment in time. However, the whole thing has been just one crazy thing after another.
Yeah.
However, though, it's back under control. Flyers got to win. They still control their own destiny. The main focus right now, though, is for them to get themselves focused and ready to go against the New York Rangers. That's the main thing.
And all you really have to do is get 1 point. That's all it takes.
Essentially, yes.
Obviously, you want to go into the playoffs hot, but 1 point does it for you guys.
Yeah, essentially that is true. I mean, here's the weird part, and this is the reason why that game was so weird today. Even though we can claim victory, there's a couple of reasons why. Firstly, Brian Elliott, and it's not his fault, all of it. Some of it is. Like, obviously, the bad angle goal that was scored a little early on. That, I'm not going to lie, that was kind of his fault. Not going to lie. But, he was also not playing for 25 games. He missed a significant amount of time.
Like coming in a bit rusty here.
That is not a short amount of time for you to be out of a playoff position, and not a short time for you to be, out of commission and not with your team.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other issue that came into play was the defense. Again, the defense.
Yeah.
The defense. Oh, my God. Like, is it just me, or do you guys have to make this annoying? Is it just me, or do you guys have to have defensive breakdowns? Is it just me, or can you guys just get your shit together and focus? Get in playoff mode, goddammit.
Yeah.
Because, yes, you were able to pull a victory out of the jaws of what was looking like a terrible defeat.
Yeah.
Because you got absolutely outworked in that second period, but you managed to tie the game up, and then that third period, you took control. That should be the entire fucking game against the Carolina Hurricanes. Yes, the Hurricanes are still a good team.
Oh, yeah.
But they're missing the playoffs.
They were fighting for the playoffs, too. I mean, they're, obviously out of it, but
now, yes.
But they were in the hunt just a couple weeks ago. I mean, this team was fighting for a team that in the beginning of the season we're saying, like, oh, dude, this team doesn't have a chance. Cam Ward's getting older. They do have some solid players, but, not really what we thought that they were going to be this year. And, surprising, but they've been competing.
They have been. And the thing is, though, is that the Carolina Hurricanes were actually in a playoff spot for a period of time. They were in the last wild card spot.
Sharing the other wild card with us at that point of the season.
At that time, and we were third in the division, actually working our way up to second at the time, strangely enough.
We were fighting for a wild card.
I know. You guys were desperately trying to fight to get into the division standings. Now you guys are practically just a couple wins away from leading the division again.
Yeah.
However, right now I think you're getting more focused on having to deal with Columbus. That's currently your main focus, which is understandable.
It's a bit of a wash-up now because I'm looking at the standings. Penguins have 98, Columbus has 97, and the Devils have 97 now. So things could shake up a lot in these next couple of days. And what do the Flyers have, actually, to make it even more interesting?
What, for the
points?
They have, hold on, let me just double check this in the standings here. So that way we can know.
I think the win puts them to 96.
I believe it does. I'm just going to double check that because the thing is that it's always weird how this stuff works out.
Yeah, because you got to look at the row and all that as well.
Okay, so here's where we sit. We have 96 points.
Okay.
You are correct.
Okay, so there's 4 teams right now within 2 points of each other in the Metro. It's going to be interesting these next couple of games. You guys play the Rangers. Penguins play the Senators. I'm not 100% on who Columbus plays, but who did the Devils play? Drawing a brain fart here, but obviously they have one more game as well. So basically at this point, Penguins need 1 point to keep that second spot. But if they lose to Ottawa, Columbus wins. Columbus takes the second spot. And say the Devils win or get an overtime loss. They get the 1 point. They actually jump us because they beat us in the season. Unless at that point it does only stay by the row.
It usually does. When the tiebreaker comes into play, that's what sets it up as the row.
Because I was going to say, if it's season series, then we're fucked.
No, it's set by the row, and if not, then it's goal differential.
Okay.
And right now, I wouldn't worry about that with you
guys.
No.
No, goal differential, we're good.
Right now, though, Flyers getting this win, absolutely needed it. Florida Panthers, unfortunately, got a win. Not what we needed right now. But it's okay. It's all right. I'm not going to freak out about it.
Why do you guys got to do this to Maddie every week? I mean, come on.
I don't know. I don't know why. And I don't know why the Flyers have to make this exciting. There's no point to it. There is no purpose of them having to make this exciting. There is no purpose for them having to make this a challenge. There's no point.
Yeah.
What is it? Guys, you're facing – this is the sad part. So the Devils, who are in front of us, who we were trying to jump, obviously – and they won tonight, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But they were facing the Toronto Maple Leafs, a team that was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay, let's break the other part down. Then the Florida Panthers are facing the Boston Bruins, a team that's leading their division.
Possible. Oh my God, why am I drawing a fart? again today.
President's Trophy?
There we go.
I don't know. I think Nashville's trying to lock that one up.
But Boston's in the hunt too.
They are, but I think Nashville's trying to lock it up.
Well, because Nashville's I'm pretty sure they won tonight against the Capitals, and Boston taking the L, I think, secures it for Nashville.
Okay, can I just ask, why the fuck do they want it? If I'm Nashville, after making the Stanley Cup Finals last year, I don't want to even sniff that thing.
No.
I want that thing as far away from me as possible. I would just say to the Vegas Golden Knights, hey, welcome to the NHL. You guys can have the President's Trophy and get eliminated in the first round. That's pretty much what that pretty much sets you up for.
That's all it is.
But anyway, so with all that being said, god damn, like seriously, just sorry. I keep getting distracted. Like, god damn it, that pissed me off with okay. Brian Elliott, in my opinion, after missing that significant amount of time, a part of me feels like he shouldn't even have started this game. A part of me feels like he shouldn't even be starter. Let Mrazek start. Why? Because he's healthy.
Well,
he's been playing for the better part of the last 5 weeks, and for the most part, too, he has playoff experience.
Yes.
So you're going into the playoffs with somebody who has that under his belt. And he's won playoff series, so it's not like he's been on losing efforts in the playoffs.
But here's the thing, though. If you're the Flyers, do you want to throw Elliott into a game, say Mrazek has a very bad first game in the playoffs?
Yeah, good
Do you
point,
want to throw Elliott into the Wolves after not playing 20-some games?
No, you're right.
And just throw him at, all right, Elliott, let's see what you got, all right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you do take a gamble, though, and that's the scare. See, that's the problem. I don't like that gamble. That's just because you're rolling the dice. And luckily, he only let in one real soft goal, and that was the third goal against Carolina. I could have strangled him for that one. Like, what the fuck, dude? That's the same bullshit that cost us the Stanley Cup at 2010. Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, we
got
seriously. A couple comments coming through. Of course, my dad is always, yo, Mikey, Penguins and Pirates win. Good day for the city of Pittsburgh. Let's hope that trend continues, especially with the Pirates. I mean, 5-1. Crazy.
Well, I would care if it's baseball, but this is not baseball. This is hockey.
No, not at all. Ralph Dalvecchio, what's up, my man? He goes, how about them Flyers?
Hell yeah.
Timothy Stowe, this is definitely one of Brian's boys, Duck Nation. He goes, Ducks, 2018 playoff, let's go. Frank Vespi, please let this happen. And he's commenting back on Ralph's comment that said, now what needs to happen for the Flyers to make it? Answers that question for Ralph, saying win again and the Panthers have to lose. Essentially, the Flyers just need an overtime loss. They need 1 point to get to 97 because obviously it's impossible with Florida with 2 games left. That doesn't equal 5. So there's that.
Yeah, that's the, like I said before, because we have the luxury of being 4 points ahead of the Florida Panthers, and we're going to stay at 4 points ahead of the Florida Panthers no matter what happened tonight.
Yep.
We now have the luxury of clinching a playoff berth, even with an OTL, at the end of Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, for those out there, because this is the Flyers, and this team has to fucking make me irate, if the worst does happen and the Flyers lose their final game of the season against the Rangers, one of two things is either going to happen. Either the Panthers are going to fuck themselves out of the playoffs by costing themselves a game, because if they lose their game on Saturday, they cannot catch the Flyers.
Well, they have a pretty tough. You know, you got Buffalo that they're playing, and then they meet up again
with Boston.
Against Boston in Boston.
In Boston.
So
the thing is that if we lose, if the Panthers lose one of those 2 games, they are done. They cannot catch the Flyers.
The Panthers need to win out, and the Flyers have to lose in regulation in order for the Panthers to get into the playoffs. So, as you Flyer fans out there, like I said, it takes a point. You need one. You need one out of this game.
So what I'm saying is get a motherfucking point.
Yes.
That is all I'm saying. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for the city of Philadelphia? Do not do something that would make what the Eagles just did earlier in this year of making history seem like it didn't matter. Because let's keep Philly as winners.
Yeah.
I mean, the Eagles won a Super Bowl, something that I, honest to God, never thought I'd see. I honestly never thought I'd see it.
You got the Sixers, a possible 3rd seed right now for the NBA playoffs coming up in just a week or 2.
And actually favorable to win a series or 2.
Yeah, definitely. Why
and
not?
to go on top of that, the Villanova won a championship. They're second in 3 years.
Yep.
Point is that Philly has had some winning going on.
Yeah.
Let's keep that going. Win against the Rangers. Send the Rangers home. and everything will be just fine. And then guess what? Who gives a flying fuck what Florida does? I could care less. Florida can go suck a dick for all I care after that.
A couple more comments real quick. Timothy Stowe, Knights first, Ducks first round. I hope let's give them a warm welcome and a sweet goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob Povey, ours truly, he said, God, I hope the Flyers can hold them off, them rats. keep on winning. One more point versus Rangers on Saturday. It won't matter. Let's go Flyers.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
Welcome, Brian.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
I'm
what's going on?
happy you finally got to join us.
Join us on the couch.
Some technical difficulties going on. But
Yeah.
we're all fixed, ready to go. Let's talk some hockey.
All
We're
right.
good. Let's do it.
So let's hit the YouTube here. David Roska chiming in,
Hey,
as always. Hey,
as always.
what's up, David? David saying, our Anaheim Ducks clinched last night. There you go. He finally listened to you on that.
Yeah.
Hey, I told you you'd be able to do it. I've been saying it for a couple of weeks now.
I mean, there's.
Believe me, I know you're worried too about the team, and I'm worried about my team as well for the playoffs.
I'm not. I'm worried about the
you'll
injuries
beat
right
them,
now.
don't worry.
Yeah, true.
Don't worry. The Penguins are going to three-peat. Yeah, we all know that's going to
My boy Tim, going out there saying Panthers can suck a dick. Yes, they can.
Yes. Now, moving on, we got David Roscoe, of course, saying, I'm ready for WrestleMania 34, as am I. I cannot wait for it. And luckily, it's going to happen after the NHL regular season is done. Thank God. Unfortunately, I'll probably miss the final game of the season. That's not good news, but oh well. Anyway.
Predators got the President's Trophy.
It makes you feel good, doesn't
Oh, it makes me feel so warm inside.
Well, the Preds are pretty much fucked. All right.
it? Well, we know where they're going this
Yep.
year.
Out in the first
Vacay.
round. Anyway. Moving on.
Typically the second. They're typically a second round exit
I mean,
for
it
President's
depends.
Trophy.
The President's Trophy has a funny effect on people. For some, they get eliminated in the first round. For others, it's the semifinals. For some, it's the third round that they can't get out of.
Let's just say they don't win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, basically, all in all, they have a
It
common
sums
theme
it up.
with each other. They don't win the Stanley Cup. And Max Tager saying, let's go Panthers. Ha ha, real funny. Anyway, up to Chuck's Marinin saying, what's going on, gentlemen? So, a Flyers playoff berth is going to come down to a final regular season game against the New York Rangers. That sounds familiar. Yes, it sounds very familiar, but I
It
can't
does.
remember when it mattered. Trying to think. It wasn't 2009. No, I think that was a little too early.
Mhm.
And it wasn't 2011. That's a little too late. Oh, okay. Now I remember. It was 2010. That's right. If I remember correctly, I think Boucher was our goalie, too.
He was, I believe it.
Wow, and just 8 years later, boy, have things not changed. Anyway,
The only thing that's changed is the goaltender.
goaltender and the team.
All right,
Giroux is the
so-
only member left of that team, by the way, folks.
Well, yeah.
So-
Hey, I was pretty good on this the second round exit. The last team to do it, though, to win a Stanley Cup with the President's Trophy, Chicago Blackhawks in a shortened season.
Yep.
77 points that year. But Boston lost in the second round, 2013-14.
They did.
Rangers lost the next year in the finals, or conference finals, excuse me. And Capitals in back-to-back years lost in the second round to the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Well, history has a way of repeating itself, doesn't it?
But, I mean, I'm looking at it now since 2007, which the Red Wings were the last team to do it against the Pittsburgh Penguins in 2007, 2008. There's only been two teams that have actually won the Stanley Cup. I mean, that's actually kind of surprising. But the odds for all those other teams, not very well.
0.
Yeah.
Skadoosh. You didn't get shit.
We got a few more comments strolling in here. And it looks like we may have another Ducks fan here, but we'll get to that one. We'll leave you guys in a little suspense.
Listen, we want
Steve
Ducks fans.
Krasowski, our boy Steve, chiming in. Hi, guys. Flyers should win Saturday. They usually come through when the season's on the line.
This is
Yeah.
true. This is very, very true. And on to another one from Chuck's. Chuck's chiming in again. First time I've been able to catch you guys live. And by the way, love the show. Well, we love
Awesome.
you, man.
Thank you,
Keep
man.
on
Yeah,
watching.
We love it.
And Chuck's also chiming in again. Boosh. Yes, he was. And yes, he was. He was our goalie. I have. That's such a great memory. I just remember sitting there screaming at the television, "Come on, Boosh, Boosh!" And literally
Came
until
down to the shootout.
shot. Yeah, of all things, the shootout too. The one thing that kills the
shit, I
Flyers,
remember
and
that.
they actually.
I remember
clinched
that
in a
I
vividly.
shootout.
remember that now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, all right, gentlemen, if you remember it vividly, who did he block? Who did he stop?
I can't tell you that, but I remember Bush coming up doing his little ha.
Do you remember?
I want to say it was 2010. So
It was 2010. It was the New York Rangers.
Well, let me go back to 2010 now.
I could tell you who it was, and I could tell you who scored for the Rangers in that shootout.
Callahan.
No.
Damn.
And I could tell you who the Flyers scored with. The Flyers
I want
scored.
to say it was Matt Zuccarello.
No.
No.
Damn.
Zuccarello was not around at
I was
that
going to
time.
say, I don't think he was in
Too
the league
early.
yet. That's why I was thinking a guy like Callahan or
No, and you guys will never believe who it is. Somebody that we always forget exists until he's on the team that we're facing.
Ooh.
It was
No. Give me your first initial.
O. It's an O.
Oh.
Last name starts with a J. And he's from the country of Finland.
Olli Jokinen?
Yes.
Oh,
It was Olli Jokinen.
he was a Ranger.
Yes, he was. He was a Ranger, and Bush stopped him, and we went to the playoffs, and Chucks knew it right off the bat. Anyway, nice.
Hey, Brian,
Love
I think that comment's for me.
That's pretty good.
What?
All right, so we'll run through some more comments here on Facebook Live. We got Ralphie Del Vecchio. Ralphie, what's up, buddy? Pred's got the President's Trophy. Tim chiming in. Who do you think is the biggest crybaby in the NHL?
Wow. I wonder who that one was intended for.
So I think it's unanimous.
Yeah.
Steve Kozowski. Winnipeg and Tampa final. I'm with you on Winnipeg, but I've changed since Tampa. I've changed on Tampa. I think it's going to be Winnipeg and Boston.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Boston's
Boston.
strong,
Hold on.
They did just lose to Florida.
No, not just that, too. Boston had just come off losing 2 straight. Boston's kind of going cold here at the
That's
last
fine.
minute.
Let them go cold now. It's the second team of the President's Trophy. No.
What's
the
up?
runner-up? The runner-up curse. No.
Rebecca Dig. Hope I said your name right, Rebecca. Second or third round Jets versus Ducks would be awesome. I agree. I would love to see that.
Ducks versus
Jets
who?
Ducks.
Jets Ducks.
Jets Ducks in the
Ooh.
second or third round.
That
Thanks
would
for
be a hell
chiming
of
in,
a
Rebecca.
series. Yeah.
Have Mason come in and actually beat the Ducks.
Well, like I said before, it's been all Connor Hellebuck. I mean, he's had
I know,
40
but
plus
it'd be
wins
kinda-
this season.
It'd be
so.
kind
Yeah.
of funny, though, if it actually was the case.
Because they built a really good defense in Winnipeg. They have
Yeah.
that explosive offense.
Yes, something that we're trying to do and something that constantly has to make this shit annoying for us. Jesus.
And Greg Cooch chiming in. Look out for the March of the Penguins.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Thanks for the comment, Greg.
My man.
Keep them coming,
My
guys.
man Greg. He's got to be a Penguins fan. I love him.
Oh, God. Anyway, all
I
right.
got somebody.
Well, it looks like his profile picture is Sidney Crosby.
It is. I didn't
No,
I
I'll give you
wasn't-
physically
I wasn't
ill.
even looking at the picture.
No, he's not a Penguins fan.
No,
not
no,
at all.
probably not.
A picture of Sidney Crosby, I would have picked you for a Capitals fan.
I
my
don't
God.
have one in my wall in my room. Just-
Yeah.
I don't believe that one bit.
No,
I have it right over the bed.
I'm sure
I'm
you
sure
do.
he does.
It's on his ceiling. You
Oh.
fall asleep looking at it.
He's probably got the same kind of like picture that Alex Rodriguez had of him.
No,
It's
it's
just
like,
Back in the
uh,
day.
some
Back in the
Minotaur.
day.
What is it? The
I don't know.
Spider-Man meme where he's sitting with the, in the bed. Like,
Back in the day, and some of our older fans would understand this a little bit. I don't know if you guys ever did this. Was getting like that poster that you weren't supposed to have, and you hang it on your
Hang it
ceiling
on
so
the-
nobody can see it. I see you doing that with a Sidney Crosby poster.
No, I don't-
So
I
that
don't-
way, it's the last thing you see before you go to bed, and the first thing you see in the morning.
that
You're
would
like,
be
"Ah,
great.
Sydney.
That would be
It's
great.
gonna be a great day.
It would be great, but no, it's just on the back part of the wall.
No.
I'm
No,
gonna take a picture when I get
don't-
home.
No.
I'll take a picture of my
All right,
ceiling.
All right. Well, we gotta actually get a written authorization. There's no trick photography being used.
No.
Just saying.
You guys don't have iPhones, but I would FaceTime you as soon as before I even walked in my door in
What?
my room.
Well, see, here's the thing, though.
Please don't.
If he, here's the thing. If he doesn't have the Crosby poster hanging over his bed, he's got a cardboard cutout just laying right next to him, like in the bed.
I would love a cardboard cutout. If you could find me one, please.
Good luck. Christine
Maybe a
Sterling
fat
chiming in, saying, "I still believe in my Flyers."
There
And you
you
should.
go.
And you should.
Yes.
Steve
Keep
wants
it
to
going.
know if the season ended today. What are the first round matchups?
All right, well, let's take a look, shall we? Oh, and Chucks did chime in. It was G who scored for the Flyers, and he did. Also, Danny Briere scored as well.
By the way,
Yeah, G sucks. 98 points on the year.
he's trash.
He's terrible. He needs the C stripped off. He needs to be traded ASAP.
Even though he scored one of the go-ahead goals tonight.
Get a clue. Get a clue.
My picture with Crosby, though, has him skating with Mario Lemieux.
That's cool.
You gotta have a little bit of love for Mario.
Yeah.
No. I don't hate Mario Lemieux. I don't think there's really too
It's actually
many.
at Prudential Center, too, because in the background you see a Devils jersey.
You actually.
Oh, cool.
See, that shocks me. Not the picture of Lemieux and Crosby together. The picture of a Devils jersey in the Prudential Center.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that's-
because usually it's a home game for me when I go.
Usually.
Yeah, everybody around me.
Yeah, hey, this is awesome, man. This is the home away from home. I love it. All right.
Egad. I just saw the first round. Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's not good.
So here is the first round. Let's go to the Western Conference where this is on this guy here. Western Conference matchups currently is the Las Vegas Golden Knights, who have clinched their division, against the Los Angeles Kings.
Ooh.
Now, here's the thing, though. This series
I
is
root for?
actually not a slam dunk for
The
the
Los
Vegas
versus the
Golden
Los.
Knights.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though.
Who do I root for?
Here, I don't think either, to be honest. I think you want the building to blow up.
No,
With
Flurry's
nobody
in
in it.
there.
So,
No.
Yeah. But anyway, with that being said, though, the Knights and the Kings
Neutral ground, I'll have to play in Anaheim.
have all of 2 people show up.
Damn.
Seriously.
No. Because why would the Ducks?
Where's my Ducks faithful? We need to gang up on him now.
That's not an
It's
attack.
dinner
on the,
time out there.
That's not an attack on the Ducks faithful. That's an attack on the fact that why the fuck would you, as an Anaheim Ducks fan, go to watch the goddamn Golden Knights versus the Kings in your building? That's stupid.
Some people might do that.
That's
Yeah.
still dumb. Why would you? I wouldn't do that. Like, why? If somebody was playing in the Wells Fargo Center that was the Penguins and the freaking
Devils.
Devils, do you think I'm going? No, I'm not
I will.
going.
I know you will.
Hey, it's closer for me. It's a
Just be
closer
another
home game.
Hey.
You wished it would be like that.
Oh,
But
my
anyway.
God.
Rebecca said she would
She
go.
would go.
Why?
I'm with you, Rebecca. I would probably go.
Please, Rebecca, answer me why. Like, that's pointless.
Why
Why
not?
would you go?
It's a
You're
game. It's
Yeah,
still a hockey
The
game.
game runs through our blood so thick.
There's nothing.
And it doesn't matter who plays.
No,
if there's
there's-
a game, we're going to go.
I
Yeah.
could,
Yeah.
See, I will do that in a.
Boo that man. Boo.
I would do that in a building that's not my
Asshole.
building. No, seriously, I would do it in a building that's not my building. Like, say it was a game. Say you say, hey, man, let's go watch a Penguins game. We go across state, and the Penguins aren't playing the Flyers. I don't care. I'll still go. Why the freak not? I hope the Penguins lose, but still, I'll go. Why not?
Well, I feel like Rebecca wants to know why would you, but I feel like the answer is because it's not the actual home team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's not the team you're rooting for. That's what I would assume, but feel free to answer the question.
I mean, the thing is, though, is that I'll go because you're saying love of the game, want to watch the game. And I get to watch the Penguins possibly lose a game. So why not? Why
Ah, so
somebody
now he
die?
changes
But then
his
they're gonna.
stance.
Yeah.
But then they're gonna lose to the Devils.
No. We never decided who the opponent is.
Oh,
we
okay.
never said who the opponent is.
Buffalo.
Yeah, no. Fuck no. No, not the Sabres. No.
Damn it!
No, not the Sabres.
They always
Well-
beat us in our building.
Christine Sterling's chiming in saying, hell no, I don't go. She does, so she's not
There
going to
you
go.
Finally, somebody's supporting me.
Mike Parker chiming in. Mike, I didn't get a chance to congratulate you on the birth of your baby.
Hey,
Congratulations, man. I would only go to a non-Philly game for free. I can't blame him for that one.
No, I mean I've been to Devils games and of course I've paid for them, but
I mean,
it's a hockey game.
it depends. It
I
depends
went
on
to
who's
their
playing. It
opener
depends on
this
the game.
year.
I mean, here's
I'm
the
not
thing.
going to go see Arizona and pay for that.
No.
Somebody's going to have to pay me to go.
Okay.
You'd
well,
see some really good
All right,
prospects.
All right, here's a game I would go see. Even though I can't stand one team and I don't really care about the other, I will watch a Washington Capitals versus Pittsburgh game live.
Wow, that was-
Just to see Crosby versus Ovechkin live. That'd be cool to see.
You know, when I was in
You-
DC, they were actually playing each other, but
You couldn't go.
no. No, we lost that game too. So
Oh,
we
so
lost
then
4
you're
to
happy
1.
you didn't
Could you
go.
imagine hearing their
Oh.
freaking piss siren going off 4 times?
Piss
Oh
siren.
man.
And then you can see all the red jerseys
Oh,
around, and their fucking
God.
stupid cowbells that they
yeah.
All right, so
got. All right, and then
quick answers for this real quick,
Sure.
Maddie. Tim wants to know, he says it's not hockey related, but you know the card. Just run through real quick. What are your predictions for WrestleMania 34?
Okay, so the not Moolah Women's Battle Royal will be won by, I'm going to say Becky, because poor Becky needs to get something to be booking her like garbage. In the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, oh, God, I actually don't know. I'm going to pass on that one. I don't know. I'm going to go with tag team titles for SmackDown. I'm going to say the Usos lose the belts. Just 'cause in a ladder match. That's what I'm going to assume they're going to try and. I would say they're going to do something. Charlotte will lose to Asuka, and Alexa's going to lose to Nia. And let's see, WWE title will change hands to Roman Reigns. The Universal title. WWE title will change to Shinsuke Nakamura. Intercontinental title is going to go on Balor, and I think that's it. I'm trying to remember. Let me remind me if I miss anything, but for now, that's my predictions. Let me know if I'm missing anything. Rousey and Angle win.
Word. All right, Chrome chiming in. Best hockey show in the business. Have a great show, fellas. Thanks, Chrome.
Hell yeah,
Thanks,
Chrome.
Always. Keep the comments coming.
And keep the comments coming. And Chrome, you have fun down in New Orleans, man.
Nolans.
Enjoy WrestleMania, man. Enjoy WrestleMania. All right, and now on to Matthew Silverian chiming in here on YouTube. He says, they don't get it. I guess we respect our stadiums more in Philly. Guessing they're saying about two teams that are away in our building.
Well, sometimes you have to, there's situations that occur and teams have to go away. But that doesn't happen often, especially in hockey.
No, not at all, no. But instead of getting sidetracked, let's get back to the original question.
All right,
First round of the playoffs.
All right, so the Vegas Golden Knights and the Los Angeles Kings.
Hell of a series, actually.
This is a hell of a series. And here's the thing, though. This is going to be a goaltending duel. and the real reason why is because you have Johnny Quick versus Marc-Andre Fleury.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great matchup there.
Hell
And it's
yeah.
never happened before because the Kings have never met the Penguins in the Stanley Cup Finals. So this is the first time
Thank God.
that, that these two guys are going to be facing off. And here's the thing. I actually could see the Los Angeles Kings winning this series. I know you don't want to hear that.
Well, the season series looks like it's split, so I don't know.
It's been close.
I think I would rather play the Kings than the Knights right now. The Knights are a much tougher team.
Yeah, you got to watch out for William Karlsson.
What is he, 42? I am still upset that the Ducks got rid of him.
Wow.
And Kyle Palmieri.
Wow.
Wow, I feel like Matt right now.
Karlsson is just holy shit.
Should have gotten rid of Bobrovsky.
Yep.
Should have gotten rid of Palmieri.
Oh.
We got Steve chiming in saying Vegas beats LA.
Unfortunately, I think he's right. I mean, I think I would rather see the Kings, but
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. I don't think it's as simple as that, to be honest with you, just because if Vegas doesn't get started on the right foot, and they'll probably do well on home, but when it switches over to the Staples Center, all it takes is for Johnny Quick to wake up, and he's done. 2 Stanley Cups don't lie. You know, when he gets on his game, he is on his fucking game, and it's almost impossible to score on him.
yeah, but this Kings team isn't as strong as they were in the past when they won the Cup.
I'm not saying they
True.
would win a cup. I'm just saying that they could beat
Win
the
a
Knights
series,
in the
yeah.
first round. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
Yeah, no doubt.
No, I mean, this Knights team is a historic team, doing things that no other expansion team has done ever,
Which is why I'll say they'll win the first round.
which is why I'm thinking they're going to win the first round as well.
Yeah.
I think they'll beat the Kings. I think it'll go 7, but the Knights their defense is too good.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Fleury's been playing pretty damn good the entire season.
It's so
Oh,
fucked up.
yeah, just okay. You know, he only won a division for a team. You
It's
know?
so
Quick is
fucked up.
Steve, I agree. Quick is a beast, but Fleury is lights out. It's also the defense in front. I think Vegas has the better defense, and that's going to be ultimately what breaks down that series.
All right. So
I like the next comment. I'll take that one, Brian.
Tim, I don't know, man. Carl Hagelin didn't do much for the Ducks while he had a cup of coffee here. So.
Nah, he really did have. He just sat down for a little bit, hung out with Anaheim, came to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he didn't even finish a full season.
No, I mean,
No.
he was good for what he did. He was good for what he did. Like, he was a speedster. He had a couple really nice goals. But ultimately, what he did with the Rangers, he just didn't replicate in Anaheim. And he's replicating it, seems to be somewhat replicating it in Pittsburgh. So I'm happy with the move of Hagelin.
There's nothing better than having Hagelin. He's a force on the penalty kill.
Mm-hmm.
He just brings that burst that I absolutely love. So
Todd Dettling chiming in before we move on to the next series here. The Flyers goalie didn't look good tonight. Rangers may win in Philly, but the Panthers won't win in Boston Sunday unless Roberto has 40-plus saves.
I'll go with that too, but I just there's no way there's no way Boston loses.
Here's
in
the thing,
Boston.
though. It
Not
may
in the
not.
last game.
Here's the
But-
thing, though. There's
But honestly, then you think about what's Boston playing for at this point.
they're not playing for anything.
seed.
But they are playing for top seed, and
That's what you got to look at.
in a way, I think you would want to have home ice throughout the playoffs in your bracket because that's exactly what they're trying to do
Yeah.
here. Unfortunately, they got what it looks like they got removed from being top spot, Tampa's top spot again.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
because Tampa won, I guess.
Rebecca's chiming back in saying Hellebuck is now tied with Tom Barrasso for U.S.-born goaltender with the most wins in a single season at 43.
Well, let's hope
Yeah.
Tom Barrasso stays there. Damn it.
Oh, that's great.
Nah, good for him though, man.
So
Hallebeck has got to be comeback player. Well, not so much comeback, but most improved player of the year.
I think so.
all right.
Absolutely.
So back to this. What are we saying on length? Because I'm going to say
7.
7? Yeah, 7 for me.
Yeah, it's definitely 6 or 7.
All right, and then Broska chimed in. Our Anaheim Ducks got it in the postseason.
I'm hoping.
I like the confidence.
That's what we want.
Andre
More
Kasha
confidence.
has had an amazing season, as Tim Stiles chiming in with. Andre Kasha is going to kill it in the playoffs. For the Flyers who have his brother in their system, let's hope his brother's just as good as Andre. Andre's having a breakout year. He's flirting with 30, if he didn't surpass it already. So let's just hope his brother is just as good.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully. Now, moving on. The San Jose Sharks and the Anaheim Ducks. Now,
Which is, I think this is pretty much going to be set.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think, what is it? It's 97 points for the Ducks. San Jose's got 98. Did you
The only thing I think we're going to be flirting with is home ice.
Yes,
Just
because
a
you both have
flip-flop
2
at 'em.
games
Just a
remaining.
flip-flop.
There's 2 games remaining, it looks like, for both of you guys.
Yeah, we have Arizona on Saturday, and I think we have Dallas tomorrow.
Okay, and then San Jose's got a couple more games as well. So basically, you guys are just battling to see who's going to have home ice.
Yep.
Now, do you think that that's going to play a major role in the result, or do you think no?
I don't think so. I think Anaheim takes a series. They, even though Cam Fowler's going to be out for an extended period of time.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. Right at the end of the season, too.
I know he was. I love Cam
Was it
Fowler.
4 to 6 weeks? If I'm
4
not
to
mistaken?
6 weeks about that.
Big loss.
Steve,
Get
damn it! said
him
Sharks-
out of here. No.
What did he
Stay
say?
with
He
us,
said
Steve. I'm
Sharks.
just kidding.
Sharks over Anaheim. And he goes on to say, "Sorry, Brian, you're not sorry."
Sorry, not sorry.
And I think Anaheim's in 6. I think it's actually going to be Anaheim in 7 if the Sharks have home ice.
I will say this one goes 7 because these 2 teams just have a habit of doing this kind of stuff. So I'm going to say Anaheim does still win, though. And as for you, Mike.
You know, Brian, I've been with you all season,
Oh, no.
but
Here it comes.
the Sharks have been playing good. And especially the loss with Fowler is just
I mean, the loss of Fowler definitely hurts.
it
but
hurts the defense.
the one
a
good
lot.
thing that Anaheim has is depth at defense. That's the one thing that they have that I love.
It's tough,
But
man.
it's tough because
It's tough.
oh, he said Tim chiming in 2 to 6 weeks, and he also agrees with me. Ducks over Sharks. The only thing you're losing with Fowler is you're losing defensive leadership.
Yeah.
Being the assistant captain of the team, one of the assistant captains, he's the defensive leader. He's that go-to guy. But you still have guys that can lead, guys like Hampus Lindholm, Kevin Bieksa, even though he doesn't play well on the ice, he helps these young guys. Montour's had a hell of a season for the Ducks. So, I mean, the pieces are still there. It's just who's going to fill that role. I think it's going to be Corbini Holzer come playoff time. And he's a good physical player, and he's, that series is going to be physical between the Sharks and the Ducks. You need all the physicality that you can get in Corbini and Holzer. He's going to shut. I think he can shut Joe Thornton down with his size.
All right. You persuaded me. I'm going to say Ducks in
Boom.
7 in overtime.
Yes. And 7 in
Jesus.
overtime.
You talking-
Gee, yeah, you're gonna make me sweat that one out.
I'm
aren't
going to
ya?
make Listen,
Jeez,
I'm going to make it.
you literally had to browbeat this out of him, for Christ almighty. Jesus. Can you just accept the fact that maybe the Ducks might lose to the San Jose Sharks?
Steve,
Give
I
them
hope I persuaded
something.
you too.
Christ.
I think it's going to be a hell of a series, you know.
It will be. Yeah.
I mean, that's the way that everything is looking up right now. If it were to end today, it'd be one hell of a Stanley Cup playoff.
Oh, hell yeah.
So now, next matchup is the Nashville Predators against the Colorado Avalanche. And, well.
Nashville in 6.
Nashville in 6.
I'm going to say, you know what? I'm just going to go Nashville in 5. No offense to Colorado, but yeah. I'm going to say Nashville in 5.
Steve's giving Duck Sharks 5. And then Tim's chiming in with, it's tough losing Fowler, but one player isn't going to take down our team. And I agree with that.
No, it'll take down my team. But anyway.
Sucker.
Shut up. We can't all get lucky and get freaking Sidney Crosby, the biggest bitch in the world.
That's okay.
Anyway.
You wouldn't be saying that if he was on your team.
You're probably right. But anyway.
I mean, you could always just look at that patch on his jersey.
By the way,
sweater.
You know, I liked you about 5 seconds ago.
By the way, we had a conspiracy before I came in there, and me and Maddie were talking about it before the show. Last week, Penguins were in an overtime game. I had my Crosby jersey on. Crosby scored the game winner. Today, Penguins are in an overtime game as I'm arriving to the studio. I have my Kessel jersey on today. Kessel won the game.
Wow, amazing. The fucking Penguins won in overtime. Congratulations. Let's jump for fucking joy, shall we? Who cares? You're in the fucking playoffs. No one cares.
Love you too, Tom.
Seriously.
It's good to see you.
Jesus.
Hey, you know what? Philly got a sweep today, and Pittsburgh got a sweep today. I like it.
Hey, I'll say one thing to you boys. I was hard on Claude Giroux. I think we all been hard on Claude Giroux, rightfully so, because you put the fucking C on your chest. It comes with criticism.
Right.
It's just the way the city works in every big market.
Of course.
I believe we actually had a mic for him, too.
Came to play and is carrying his fucking hockey team.
Yes, he
He's a
is.
player, and just shows you put a little talent around the guy, right? It makes the guy better.
Changes
31
everything.
goals.
Changes
Absolutely.
everything.
Everybody can be fucking Sid.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't help it. I can't.
Hey, listen, for those of you out there that are listening, please chime in. Let us know what your predictions are like Steve is. Steve says Nashville sweeps. Woo! Yep. You heard it. I mean, that's not really far-fetched, Steve.
No, they easily take the first 2 games in Nashville without a doubt. I think
That's a very tough place to play.
they take one
See-
in Colorado. I think Colorado gets at least one win there, and then they come back to Nashville, and it's
Here's the
over.
problem with Colorado. Colorado has a. And
Damn,
this
that
is,
McDonald's smell good.
Oh, I know, I'm
Shit.
getting hungry.
here's the problem with Colorado. Steering this back real fast.
Sorry.
No, it's understandable. It's very distracting. Them tenders are delicious, by the way. Anyway, Colorado, this team, and it showed itself against the Flyers, it has a bad habit of not being able to come through the clutch, and they really showed that. They're still having that problem. This is why they have to desperately fend off the St. Louis Blues, that they are only leading by 1 point, by the way.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you trade away Matt Duchene, who's trying to go to a team that's contending for the playoffs. He goes to one of the worst teams in the East. And then, ready?
That is true.
And then, the team that trades him is in the playoff spot. Maybe you shouldn't have gone anywhere, Matt. Maybe that's why you're, there's douche in your name. Duchene.
Change it to his Twitter handle, the douche. Anyway,
Steve says Colorado is slop. Rebecca chiming in, either Ducks in 5 or Sharks in 7. I think it's going 6 for sure. Rebecca, with me, it depends on who
At
has home
least,
ice.
yeah.
I mean,
Ducks are taking the series.
that
I think.
I don't know. That series is going to be very tight. It usually is between those 2 teams.
Oh,
It's
no doubt.
actually between all 3 California teams. Whenever teams facing each other, it's usually really, really tight, and it's almost impossible to, penetrate and get 4 wins in the game.
Usually. And Tim wants to know what our conference finals are going to look like. Tim, just hold tight there, bud. We're getting there.
All right, so all right. Next up was the Winnipeg Jets and the Minnesota Wild. Winnipeg.
I like Winnipeg in this. I Obviously, I keep preaching Winnipeg is going to be the team that reps in the Stanley Cup.
I
So,
say this is the sweep. I think Winnipeg wins it in 4.
I got them in
Who
5.
are they playing? Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll say 5. I'll give it 5. I don't think anybody sweeps the first round.
I don't think anybody sweeps the first round either. But Dubnyk is not having the season he had last year. That defense isn't playing as well in front, and that offense is not what it used to be.
That's why it lends me to think that because Winnipeg's firing on all cylinders, Minnesota's kind
all
of
season long.
Yeah,
all
it's
season long, Winnipeg has been going.
Yeah, so it's just like Winnipeg's firing on all cylinders. Minnesota's at best. Right now, I would say it's a sweep at this moment in time. Minnesota's not showing anything that they need to show.
There's going to be one. There's going to be one win for Minnesota.
All right. Moving
Rebecca
on.
says Jets. Steve, Winnipeg to the end, but that series will go 6. I don't think it's going to go 6, Steve. I think it's going to go 5.
All right, so let's see here. My semifinals shaked out. I had the Kings moving on as an upset, and they would be facing off with the Ducks. And I
Always
also
in the second round when we see the Kings.
apparently, and the Nashville Predators I had moving on to face the Winnipeg Jets. Because even though those two are the top, it's always to have like 100 points. It's always divisional in the second round. So in case anybody's wondering,
All right, so I got the Sharks or the Ducks and the Knights.
yep. And then let's see, Mike, you had the Knights moving on and the Sharks, or did you switch that officially
he
to
persuaded
the
me
Ducks?
to
He
the Ducks.
browbeated you.
Yeah.
Let's face it, he bullied you into. He put a gun to your head and told you to pick.
Pretty
the Ducks.
much. I didn't have a
That
choice.
is not what I did.
I didn't have a choice.
No, you did. We were all a witness to what you did. Be proud
I have
of it.
no
though.
idea what you're talking
Just
about.
be proud. Take pride in your work, damn it. You made him change his mind. Anyway, all right. So Nashville and Colorado. You had Nashville moving on, and you had Winnipeg moving on, and I believe you did the same as well.
Yes.
All right. So let's look at our semifinals here. All right. So I got the Kings and the Ducks. I will say the Ducks win that series. That will be a 6-game series.
So you
And
think Ducks will make it to the Western Conference Finals, huh?
I believe they can.
I believe they can too, but Jonathan Gibson's been, the glass figurine like Michael Neuwirth this year. Can he stay healthy is going to be what makes that series. And I don't think he will be. For some unknown reason. I don't know why. Gut feeling,
Gibby.
Knights win that series and they go to the Western Conference Finals.
All right, so you got the Knights. Well, I got them facing the Kings, so it might be a little different for me.
Yeah.
So I would say the Ducks beat the Kings. All right, what about you, Mike? You got the Knights and you got the Ducks.
Okay. I'm going my flower power here.
Steve, you're just a hater. Steve comments in Ducks Conference Finals? No way.
All right, so you got the Knights moving on.
Yeah.
How long?
I'll say 6.
6. All right.
Only because
Only 6.
I'm taking them to Game 7 in overtime. They'll have a dramatic series win.
just to dig the knife just a little deeper.
Just a little deeper.
Yeah,
That's for, and you know what, Mike? You will say that is for making me change my mind and saying it's not San Jose. That's what you get. But anyway,
So me and Steve have the same Western Conference Finals. I don't really think it's much surprise for me. Winnipeg and Nashville. I got Winnipeg.
all
Beat
right.
Nashville in 7.
All right, so I got Winnipeg and Nashville. I am going to say Winnipeg, of course, because Nashville's going to win the President's Trophy, and we all know what happens to
Second
President's
round
Trophy
exit. I have to go
winners.
Winnipeg too, but
Yeah.
I say it's a series. I say it's a 7.
Oh, that's
I'm
absolutely.
going to say 7
Yeah.
am I too. Yeah, so Winnipeg moves on.
Steve, you and I are on point. Vegas and Winnipeg in the Western Conference Finals.
I have Winnipeg and the Ducks, and you have the
Knights.
and Winnipeg.
Yeah.
But we got a theme going on here. But anyway, so I'll go with mine since mine's different. Winnipeg versus Anaheim. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen.
I'm sorry,
You have them going
But-
around longer than I do.
but I'm gonna say in 6, the Winnipeg. I'm gonna say the Winnipeg Jets are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. They'll be the first Canadian team to get back to the Stanley Cup playoffs since Vancouver.
I agree.
All right.
I agree. Yes, I am.
I think I'm sweeping it here. Not like actual like serious sweep. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
we're sweeping here because I think the offense and defense, for that matter, if Winnipeg is just good as hell.
So Winnipeg all around the board.
And I've been saying
All right.
the Knights for the past month and a half probably. But when you look at reality and it hits you in the
Reality's
face,
got to they got to come back down to earth at some point.
I love Patrick Laine. I do love Flowers.
So good.
But I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mark. Mark Andre, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Flurry.
I'm going to go
sorry.
Winnipeg in 6.
I'm sorry,
They
Flurry.
win it home ice to, get the cup,
I could just see.
get to the cup final.
I could just see Mike having to go back and penance for his sins. He becomes like this monk, has a Penguins Bible, just like, I'm sorry, Flurry. I'm sorry, I let you down. I didn't believe in you. Just see Flurry just looking down, and it's like,
You don't believe.
you suck.
Yeah, right?
All right, next up. Oh, David Roscoe chimes in. WWE
Robert
is
Butt saying
communist.
blasphemy. I think he's commenting towards you there, Mikey.
And by the way,
Whatever.
David Roscoe chimed in. WWE is communist. Eh.
Probably.
Kind of true. All right.
He says my heart hurts. Steve also goes on to say that I'm a smart man. I'd have to agree with him there.
All right, so let's see. We have the Jets going to the Stanley Cup Finals representing the
Unanimous.
West. All right, so let's shift gears. Let's go to the East.
Yay.
All right, let's start off. We'll save the two teams of ours for last. Boston versus Toronto.
Wow.
I mean, granted, Boston's
Boston,
starting to cool off
6.
a little bit. Boston's still going to take that series, and I
Yeah.
think it's going to be 6 games as well.
6,
Yeah, I'm going to say 6 in my book for Boston.
for sure.
For sure.
All right,
Yeah.
so next up, the Washington Capitals and the New Jersey Devils.
Wow.
Red
I'm going to go
Series.
New Jersey Devils.
I'm
In
going to say,
7.
you know what? I'm going to agree with that. I like that. Devils shocked
I'm
the
going
world.
7.
Shocked the
Listen,
first
Corey
round.
Schneider comes back healthy. I mean, even Keith Kincaid's been playing good, But the Devils have something going this year, and it's sad to say it. But I'd rather see the Devils move on instead of the Capitals.
Steve says Boston in 5. Guys, I mean, feel free. Chime in. Let us know what
Yeah,
your predictions
please.
are.
Let us know. Keep it
Be a
coming.
part of the
Keep it coming.
conversation.
All right, I'm going to say Capitals.
Just because you hate the Devils.
Just because I hate the fucking Devils. I'm going to say the Capitals win this bad boy in 6.
You know how the Phillies' new mantra this year is hashtag be bold?
Yeah.
Steve's being bold. Says a cap sweep.
Woohoo!
Wow. I love it.
Listen,
I love
man,
this guy.
if
I
they
love
do
this
mark
guy.
it down, I'll pay you $5, all right?
You
And then
better get that PayPal ready. He might actually will that into existence. Just saying.
I
dude.
will. No, a deal's a deal.
Robert's
It's already
chiming
signed.
in. Would love
him
to see
$5.
Toronto in the Cup Finals. Obviously, if the Penguins get taken out. And he also continues on to say, Devils are a fun team to watch. And Rebecca just chiming in with Steve Krasowski and I are on the same page.
All right,
Wow.
there
She
we go.
thinks sweep too?
All right, send them.
Sweep of the Caps,
se-
Rebecca?
send it-
Come on, dude. I
Hell.
can't give away my whole paycheck.
Too late. You already made the deal, man.
I only
Deal's
made a deal with one.
Oh, all right, okay. But you got to read that fine print there.
He said we're talking to Devils guys, giving them too much cred.
I love
I mean,
it.
they're still.
But
I mean,
we're not.
listen.
though. I mean, look at where they were last year and look at where they are now. I mean,
Yeah,
Taylor Hall's
it's
got
it-
35 goals
All right,
this season.
I'm going to take the fan goggles off. The Devils have absolutely built this team from what was mediocrity at its finest.
They have one of the best
And
unknown defenses in the freaking
They
league.
have
league.
put together quite a season, and
Yeah.
I will say that. However, do they have what it takes in their first playoff series as a team to face a team that has consistently been in the playoffs? That's the real question. And to mention, the Caps are leading the season series.
My man
However,
Damien, hold on. Real quick, my man Damien Price, all the way from Sydney, Australia, commenting
Oh,
in,
yes!
saying,
What's up,
"Go Ducks!" Damien, welcome in, brother.
Welcome. And
Good shit.
the Capitals do lead the season series 2-0-1. The Devils and them face also, by the way, Saturday.
Oh, they do.
They face off with each other on Saturday. That is the last game for the New Jersey Devils of the regular season. And if the Capitals do win, by the way, and the Flyers win against the Rangers, the Flyers jump them. So we would face the Washington Capitals, and the
Which
Devils.
I'm still thinking that either way, the Capitals are going to lose.
Well, here's the thing.
I mean, I take the Capitals series. Any day of
Matthew
the week for
McCowan
us.
chiming in saying Caps will
Better than
pull it out.
Boston or Tampa.
Matthew McCowan saying Caps will pull one out in 6. And I'm assuming he's saying no, they don't to something that you said, Matt. And Steve comes back with Devils improved, no doubt, but they're not close to the Caps. Here's the thing. The Capitals are still a very good hockey team. I'm not going to take that away from them. But they're a team that's starting to slowly, start to show their age a little bit. Braden Holtby's not having as strong of a season as he usually does.
No.
The defense, losing Nate Schmidt hurt them. So the
Alzner's
defense, to me,
not there.
Oh, and that's another
year.
one, Carl Alzner. Their defense isn't what it was a couple of years ago. No Shattenkirk, no
I was gonna say
Alzner,
Shattenkirk's gone too.
Yeah, no Nate Schmidt. So there's three
Wow,
players
it's like
right
the
there.
Fucking Penguins. The whole defense is gone.
Offense is starting to show their age a little bit, but they're showing they can still score. But they're also showing that they can be scored upon. So, and with the way the Devils are improving offensively, they have weapons. They have Jesper Bratt. They have Taylor Hall, like you said.
They pick up
Kyle
Michael Grabner.
Palmieri, Michael Grabner.
Yeah. Trade deadline.
It's going to be a good series. I think the series is going to go 7. It's at least 6. So I agree with Matt on the at least 6 part. But Devils are going to give them a run.
I still think, though, that the Capitals will win.
He also says Devils don't have enough yet.
Now, here's the thing, though.
They might not, but I have them as my shock team.
Well, here's the thing, though.
You have to pick one.
See, well, that's why I saved it for the Western Conference, because I honestly think Los Angeles can be that shock team. That would beat the Vegas Golden Knights, because to me, that's the team everybody's looking at, and that's the team that's set up to have the biggest fall. Not even the President's Trophy winners, the Knights, because the Knights have got so much looked on them and so much riding on them in their first season. I could see that as being the big upset in the first round, where the Kings say, fuck you, Knights. Your season don't mean shit because we just beat you in the first round. Welcome to the NHL. That's where I'm seeing the upset. I don't necessarily see it against the Devils and Caps. However, it could be. I'm not saying it can't be.
No,
it's a 50-50 coin toss. It could easily be that way. But I'm going to say the Caps win that in 6.
Real quick, I want to answer this question for Damien. He wants to know, if Gibson is healthy, who do you start for the Ducks, Miller or Gibson? Well, I mean, Gibson isn't exactly 100%.
I would go with the glove.
I would.
Depends.
I don't know. I'm gonna let. If I was Randy Carlisle, I would sit Gibson the rest of the season in the last 2 games. Let Miller play. Let him get 100%, or as close to 100% as possible. And honestly, I would start Gibson. I love Ryan Miller. I love what he's done for the Ducks as a backup goaltender, and helping Gibson evolve. But you got to start Gibson. He's the he's the goalie. He's the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
You got to show faith in him, despite the fact that he's showing that he's a little what's the word?
Injury prone?
Sure, that works.
Okay.
Wasn't what I was looking for, but that works.
I like it.
I like it. So there you go, Damien. I go with Gibson.
Yeah, I probably would too, to be honest. I mean, it's hard though. To me, I always feel like you go with the goalie that's playing now because they're the most ready for the playoffs. They're the one that's been playing in games. But without Gibby, they wouldn't have gotten there.
Well, it depends on who's got the hot hand right now.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that's why, for the Flyers, going back to them, you start Mrazek game 1, but you also get Brian Elliott ready.
Well, that's why and I was going to bring this up. That is the relief, and this was the comment on the Flyers goalie not looking good. Yes, Elliott did not look great, but I will say this. You gave him his first start back. Mm-hmm. He's gotten back in the swing of things. You can play it safe against the Rangers and put Mrazek in. You can do that now. You don't have to go to Elliott immediately. Elliott got his game back. He's back in it. It's not ideal, but if you want to secure your playoff spot, Elliott got his game back, put Mrazek in, play it safe.
Yeah.
The guy who's been playing the most with us for recently, who's been getting us very solid wins. He had a day of rest. Mm-hmm. He comes in fresh against the Rangers because he's got to compete with Lundqvist, whoever we're putting in with net. And, yeah, the Rangers aren't playing for shit, but it doesn't matter. The Rangers could easily spoil a season for the Flyers.
They could. They
don't care,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely could happen. We've seen that happen before.
All right, real quick before we jump over and start getting ready for a break, couple comments, just keep rolling in. Damien, Rebecca, and Ralphie all saying start Gibson. And then we have Robert Butts chiming in, jumping back to the Caps and the Devil series. Caps are under the radar for the first time in a while. If they grind out a first-round win, this could be their year. Kind of feel bad for Ovi. I don't feel bad for Ovi.
Fuck him.
Here's the thing. He needs to actually show up.
Be a team player, too.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, though. He does bring up a good point, though. The Caps are under the radar this year. No one's really looking at them like they were last year. Last year,
they're,
everybody.
again, President Trophy winners for back-to-back seasons.
And even the year before that, they were looked at very heavily again.
Well, yeah.
So.
Then they met up with the Penguins.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. The Penguins are not guaranteed out of the first round this time.
No, they're not
So
at all.
that's the thing, though. It was kind of looking like the Penguins were going to get out of the first round last year, and they did. So if the Penguins don't get out of the first round and the Blue Jackets face the Caps in the semifinals, even though Bobrovsky's in net, it's possible the Caps could go all the way and get out of the second round this year. Now, do they get to the Stanley Cup Finals? I don't know about that because you're either going to face Boston or you're going to face Tampa. And even if the upsets play out, you got to face the Toronto Maple Leafs. And even then, you don't want a rematch, So it's just –
as long as it's not the Penguins losing to the Capitals for them to get their way to the conference.
Don't worry. In my scenario, it isn't. You lose to the Blue Jackets. So
I'm not disagreeing with you that the way that they've been playing this year, I'm surprised we got the victory tonight against the Blue Jackets, which is set in stone not set in stone, excuse me, but what is looking like what might be the playoff series.
Here's the thing, though. I would keep my eyes open on
well, I told you a lot of things could change. We could be playing the Flyers. We could be out of it. We could be playing the Capitals in the first round.
You could be playing the Flyers, or you could be playing the Devils.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
A lot of things could change in the next 3 days.
Hell, if shit goes haywire.
We play Ottawa tomorrow night. So
lucky.
If we win, we secure the second spot. If we don't, we got to see what everybody else does.
So you're trying to guarantee home ice no matter who you face.
Yeah.
All right, so now that we've gone through the Caps and the Devils, we went through Boston and Toronto, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we will analyze the Penguins and the Blue Jackets, and then we will analyze the current matchup that the Flyers have. The Flyers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the worst-case scenario for us in our playoff matchups. The one team I don't want to face, and we're going to look like we're going to fucking face them. Anyway. All right, so that being said, this was all brought to you by Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. They're located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-939-2030. Email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com. This is the Hockey Happy Hour on HUDRadio.com, and we will be right back after this. A2DRadio.com is sponsored by the Sports Outlet for all your sporting needs. Located at 703 Black Horse Pike in Glendora, New Jersey. Give them a call at 856-939-2030 or email them at sportsoutletnj@comcast.net or visit them on the web at www.sportsoutletinc.com for all your sporting needs. The Sports Outlet.
A2DRadio.com is proudly sponsored by Gibson Mayer LLC Certified Public Accountants. Gibson Mayer, located in Yardley, PA, is a leading accounting and business consulting firm with a proven track record of handling critical issues with expertise across many different industries, including construction, distribution, hospitality, manufacturing, real estate, service trades, merchandising, professional services, and professional athletes. Give them a call at 215-369-3300. That's 215-369-3300. Your initial consultation is always free, and if you tell them that Tom and Mike from AM and the PM sent you, you'll receive 15% off all income tax services completed by February 15th. That's Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 215-369-3300, or visit them on the web at www.gibsonmayer.com. That's gibsonmayer.com.
Hey, do you need to get your skills in shape? Then contact the Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. John Scanzano offers individual, semi-private, and team training lessons in hitting, pitching, catching, outfield, along with turf rentals. The Scanzano Sports Center is equipped with a 31,000 square foot indoor facility, 4 batting cages, and a 4,000 square foot strengthening and conditioning room. So what are you waiting for? Contact the Scanzano Sports Center today.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hockey Happy Hour here on A2DRadio.com. I'm Matt Sassuti. This is the Penguin-loving Mikey Klankoff.
It's me.
And we got the Darkwing Brian Daly behind the board, who will be joining us here on this wonderful, wonderful couch here in the BMW Atlantic City Studios here in Mountie from New Jersey. We are brought to you by Gibson Mayer, LLC, Certified Public Accountants, located Oxford Valley Road, 301 Oxford Valley Road in Yardley, PA. You can give them a call, 215-369-3300. Hey, the deadline is almost here. So, be ready, be prepared, and call Gibson Mayer.
Bingo.
All right. So, as we were heading out to break, we teased that we were going to dive into the Eastern Conference playoffs, and we were going through it, and we left the two best for last, because the two best, of course, involve us.
All right, real quick, before we do that,
Go
I
ahead,
want to
yeah.
get to a couple of these comments real quick that
Sure.
came in as we were going to break. Matthew McCowan chiming in with, you need more than one big game. Philly needs 1 point, and until they get it, you play the guy who is more ready, which is very true. Robert Butts chiming in, I can feel bad we won 3. I'm not sure what Robert meant by that, but he also goes on to say, I said we like I did.
Like I did something.
I said we like I did something. Oh, okay. I gotcha. And then Matthew chiming back in with, Ovi does one thing now. He used to be a complete guy, but now he just stands like a pylon on the power play, and that's it. When I see him leading and doing all the little things to win, then I will say he's ready for a cup. But for now, he's just another great scorer with a very incomplete game. I've been saying something
100%
similar
agree.
to that.
And we looked up his stats not last week, but the week before, I believe. And in the beginning of his career, he was scoring 50-50. 50 goals, 50 assists. So he was a complete player.
Well, I think
And then Ralphie chimes in. He wants to know, Mikey, who do you want in the second round? Do you want the Caps? Do you want the Flyers? Do you want the Devils?
None, please. Is
Okay,
Buffalo an option?
no, Arizona, dude, get it right.
Yeah, no, Buffalo is actually worse than Arizona,
Yeah, they are.
if I'm not mistaken.
No, you still
think-
get Arizona. Anyway,
To answer that question, I don't want the Capitals this year, to be honest. I think the Capitals. I have to go Flyers because I said I think we would lose to the Capitals, but I also did just say the Devils would beat the Capitals. Therefore, the only remaining team is the Flyers, who we are undefeated against this year, which doesn't
thanks.
mean
You
shit.
didn't need to remind me.
It doesn't mean shit when you get to the playoffs.
This is very true. Once the postseason starts, it's a whole nother ballgame.
Believe me, I don't want to play any of these teams because I don't like the Keystone matchup, all right? I don't like it considering I am a Penguins fan. In the Philadelphia area, it would not be good for me if we
Or
lost. Yeah. But who would I rather play is the question.
It's a phenomenal question.
It is. I want to take the Caps out. I do because I don't want to see them if it came down, which it won't in the first round. But I wouldn't want to play them. It'd definitely be between the Devils and Flyers, and the Devils had our number this year. So I'm going Flyers. I have to. It's a team we match up well against. We're both struggling on defense. We're both struggling in the goaltending situation, and
What a surprise for me.
but we both score. That's the thing. It's who's going to outscore the other. Yeah, I feel like in a game between the Flyers, like
that favors
it's
you.
a high scoring game. No, it doesn't though, because you guys have one of the top guy. I mean, fucking Giroux. He's top 3 in points.
Yes, but that's one player.
Yeah, but how much further is Voracek? He's
Oh,
not that much further.
yeah.
No.
You know, I mean, obviously we have Kessel and Malkin in the top 10.
Well, yeah, but then you guys
But
also have Crosby.
I understand. I understand that, but it's just the fact that we know the rivalry between them two, and that's what I'm getting at. It's not so much the players. It's just a rivalry of the series. But
Here's
this time,
the thing, though.
the Flyers would be my safest bet, I believe, right now.
Well, here's the thing, though.
If I had to choose one team, it's got to be the Flyers.
All of the games were primarily close, with the exception of one game that they just totally
Shit the
fucked.
bed in the second period.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that.
yeah.
All the other ones were extremely close,
They were
and the
all
last
one-goal
one was the
games.
closest
Yeah.
one because it had to be won in overtime.
Yeah, which the Flyers came back and tied the game with 50 seconds left, and then
And
lost it in
unfortunately, the
overtime.
Flyers have a habit of doing this.
Yeah.
No lead is safe against them, but they still don't fucking win the game. But that series would be an extremely difficult series to watch, to say the least. I hope that doesn't happen because here's the thing. I don't want to have to kill you. That's the thing.
I don't want to have to do that either.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
I could tell you now, if we're playing the Flyers in the first round, Penguins lose that series, I'm not doing a show for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing. I probably.
That's why I'm neutral.
Yeah. See, this is
I'm neutral.
that's he has that luxury because he's a Ducks fan. But anyway, he has
Hi.
no investment in any of the Eastern Conference teams whatsoever.
Now,
So
if-
there you go.
Now, if we were talking West Coast hockey and we were
And-
talking Kings or Sharks,
If say Mikey was wearing a fabulous Kings jersey and I was
There's
wearing
nothing
a
fabulous about
stylish,
that.
a
There's nothing
stylish
fabulous
Sharks
about that.
jersey,
I'm not too fond
that's
of
not
Flyers.
that's not fashionable. It's not fashionable. I wouldn't recommend it.
What, you don't want no silver and black?
It's bad for your health.
Well, what about a Vegas Golden Knights jersey?
That's bad for your health too.
All right, so let's see. Matthew Silverian chimed in also on YouTube. He said, I think you got to keep playing Elliott. He didn't look great tonight, but he is the better goalie, and we'll need him if we want to go far. I mean, Elliott has plenty of playoff experience, and he did carry the St. Louis Blues to the Western Conference Finals a couple of years back against the Sharks. And the thing is, though, is that both him and Mrazek have about the same amount of experience and the same amount of success. They have gotten far in the postseason, and they have been beaten in the first round in the postseason. it's kind of even keel with them. You're really trading one for the other. There's no real one is better than the other. At least in my book. I don't see Mrazek being better than Elliott, and I don't see Elliott being better than Mrazek.
No, they're both like, if you're going to give him like a grade, you're going to give him like a B to a B plus goaltender.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Because Mrazek is good. He was just in a very shitty situation.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
you know? And it's the same thing with Jimmy Howard. Put Jimmy Howard in front of put a defense, in front of Jimmy Howard. You're going to have a different guy.
They did. They did for a period of time, and the Red Wings went all the way to the Western Conference Final, and they lost.
It's so weird still hearing him say Western.
Since they're in the East
Yeah,
now they're
I
in the
hate
East,
that
yeah.
move, though.
But that's the thing. Like the
ugh.
Red Wings are in pure rebuild mode,
They
and
are.
you have a fairly young goaltender in Peter Mrazek, who, has flashes of brilliance, but again, he's still playing in front of a young defense, and the defense is going to have lapses in judgment. They're going to have a little bit of trouble once in a while clearing a puck. And it sucks to say because I feel like I'm kind of contradicting myself. I don't think he should be the guy you rock with. I mean, yes, he's playing with a better defense in front of him, but Elliott's the guy with the experience.
It's a shame when all the young defensemen are learning from Andrew McDonald.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. By the
That's
way,
your role model, boys.
Oh.
All right, guys.
Oh.
Come on in, Andy. Let's
by the way,
talk to them about some
oh,
defense.
By
All
the
right.
way, don't get me started, because fuckface McDonald decided to turn the puck over right in front of fucking Elliott today. Like, Jesus.
I just had to bring him up.
Jesus Christ.
Always
I had
have to.
I mean, why not?
Fucking can't stand him at all. And I love it because apparently he's a really nice guy.
I'm sure he is.
And
I'm
the
sure
funny
he's a
part
guy you
is-
go out to dinner, have a nice glass
Oh,
of
yeah.
wine, some brie, cheese. Why not? You know?
And the funny
Brie.
and the funny part is too is that
got
all
that
the
fine
guys in the,
cracker.
all
Yeah.
the guys in the locker
Some
room
water
love him
crackers,
too
you
and
know.
everything, and it's like that's wonderful. That's
Like I
great.
said, I'm sure he's
but
a great guy.
Here's the problem though. He sucks as a fucking player. Like he's not the same that he was when he was on an Islanders jersey.
Yeah, he was great. With the
Please
Islanders.
just send him back to the fucking island. Or send him to Brooklyn because that's where they are now.
I'll take
But
him at this
anyway.
point. Jesus Christ.
Anything will work
Defense is
today. Yeah.
putrid.
I hear the Penguins are looking for defense. Hi.
Yeah. Here, go
I'll do
shit
it.
McDonald there. I will personally buy his ass a plane ticket to Pittsburgh and fly his ass out.
You can put another
Please.
daily on the Stanley Cup. I'll do it.
Yeah, and it's spelled the same way too.
It
I
is.
Don't know how to say.
You
it.
can give me number
you're
6
lucky.
too.
You're
Is
lucky.
anybody wearing number 6?
Yes, Alexiak.
I'll buy his number.
Bet you ain't
I'll buy
buying
his
it off
number.
of a 6'7" giant.
I said I'll buy it. I
No.
didn't say I was gonna beat it out of him.
he'll say, "Fuck that. We're fighting for this."
And I'm gonna run away like a little bitch.
All the
Actually,
way-
my scream sounds like that.
all the way back to Anaheim. Not even Jersey. You forgot what way he
Let's
was
just
going.
keep running.
he doesn't care
I love
what way he
Alexiak.
goes.
Alexiak is one of those good.
That was
young
a good deal.
Oh hell yeah! I
It
mean,
was a great deal for Pittsburgh.
I love the guy. I mean, but it's a shame that
All right.
we still lost to Ian Cole.
All right. So, well, the
Cry about
goaltending
it.
controversy aside, if I had to choose, if you're putting a gun to my head, I'm going to go with Mrazek. Only because Elliott missed such a significant amount of time. I don't like that. He's
rested.
too cold to me. I would go with Mrazek.
Rested
you
in
know?
the
He's rested.
wrong way though. In the wrong way.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though.
Not in the way of,
yeah.
hey, we let Mrazek start the last 3
Yeah, but it's a
games.
matter of time before he, tries to go side to side
Here's
again
the,
and
here's
then
the
rips
thing.
his
Here's the
groin
thing.
in
That,
half.
here's the thing. If Mrazek, here's the thing. I say you play Mrazek on Saturday. You play it safe. You get the 2 points that you need. You clinch your playoff berth. You go with him at the beginning of the series. If something happens, then you go with Elliott. He already had a game back. What's the worst? And also, if it comes down to it, bring Lyon up. Why the fuck not? And just let's see what fuck happens. Just saying. Just saying.
No, I think you stick with.
No,
those two.
you're going to stick with Elliott, of course.
Yeah,
but,
I know
you know,
you're just-
yeah.
I know
mean,
where you were going with it, but
I know. I'm just throwing
He
it
just
out
wants
there.
to see line.
Yeah.
He's excited.
See, I just want to see young guys. I'm tired of old
fuck
farts
it. Just
being
bring
in
up
front of
Hart
the
now.
fucking net.
Shit. All right. Just come on. Sandstrom just signed, though. Let's go, Sandstrom. Get
No,
up
no,
here.
not Sandstrom. No.
we'll play
no.
both of them.
We'll put them both in net.
Yeah.
We'll go get
Flyers just still
Stoli, even
lose.
though he wasn't supposed to play at all this year.
Defense falls apart.
Right.
Again.
Oh
Jesus.
God, that's been the story of the fucking year. Anyway, it's tragic.
Hey, listen, that's
Telling
what
me.
it's what happens when you have a young defense.
That's true. It's
It's only
just,
gonna get
God,
stronger.
It's painful
We had
to
like
watch.
6 games where we let up 7+ goals this
Oh,
year. So
Christ
Well,
almighty.
when Adrian McDonald, never mind. I'm not gonna get back in the Adrian
No,
McDonald.
no, please don't bring up that piece of shit again. Please, no. I just got the thought of him out of my brain.
all right.
Anyway.
Eastern
Yeah.
Conference. Where
All
we
right,
left
we got to
off.
get
Where
back
did we
on
leave off?
track. We're almost towards the end
Okay,
of our
well, here's
show
a quick
now.
here's a quick segue to be funny. Says David Roscoe says reason why I said WWE is communist is because of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I agree.
I like it.
Great segue.
Good guy.
Ho Chi McMahon and Mao Helmsley. There we go. That's what we'll do. Moving on.
She's still super hot though. What's up, Steph?
What's up? Steph?
If you're not doing anything.
Bad
with it.
actor, but no.
Actually, I think she's great. But anyway, this isn't lazy booking, which you can
this
check
isn't
on
lazy
Thursdays.
Booking, yes, and
before
unfortunately,
us.
lazy booking was not on tonight because Mike has to go enjoy WrestleMania. So I think you can understand.
You
All
didn't
right.
even take me. You didn't even invite me. Come
Well,
on, Chrome. I thought we were boys.
They're
I
expensive,
friends.
man. Those tickets are expensive, dude. Jeez. Gotta understand.
Guarantee you he has I guarantee you he has an extra ticket.
Yeah, but you're not there with him yet. You'll get
Yet.
there, though. You'll get there. Don't worry. All right. So anyway, Pittsburgh, not before me, though. Pittsburgh versus Columbus. All right. Goaltending matchup. Let's start to
Oh
break it
my
down.
God.
Bobrovsky versus Matthew Murray. Two-time Stanley Cup winner versus a no Stanley Cup winner because he's been on 2 teams that unfortunately like to get
Suck.
themselves eliminated.
Actually, you heard it here first. Columbus beats Pittsburgh.
I'm.
He's just
I don't
look on
even.
his face.
I don't want to.
He's
answer
like, I
this.
don't care.
I don't want to
Whatever.
answer this one. I don't. But
I like. Listen, I like the
My-
goaltending matchup. I like Columbus's defense is better. I think the offense could go either way,
Yeah.
but it's going to come down to defense in this series, and Columbus has a better
And
one.
what does the Penguins not have? Defense! Yay!
The one thing it's going to need to come down to, that's the X factor.
It is, and it always is, and it's hard to.
All right, well,
I've been saying before the
okay.
season even
It-
started
it should
was
be-
that the Penguins won't make the playoffs. Okay, we made it by 5 points.
It should be noted too that the Penguins do lead the regular season series as a
4-0.
sweep,
Yes.
but they
Again, it
but
doesn't
3
matter.
of them, one is in
Overtime.
overtime, 2 are in the shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also look at 3 of them were also before the trade deadline.
So yeah, teams
So
are
I mean,
completely
Ian
different
Cole
now.
was still there. So he
Ian
still had the
Cole is
defensive
now with
player was
Columbus.
still healthy.
He's going to be shaking lines like, ha, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. He's going to see
kill
Jimmy
you.
Rutherford like, thank you.
Oh yeah, he's just gonna shake hands with like.
Well,
freaking
actually, he
And then
can't
Columbus
shake-
is going to
pull
go
him
on
in
and
at
win the
last
cup.
minute.
No.
Yeah.
Well, he can't really shake Jimmy Rutherford's hand because Jimmy Rutherford originally sent him to Ottawa.
True.
So
Which
he might
2
he
days
might
later
give
got
him a
sent
fuck
to
you too.
Columbus.
He
Yeah.
might give him a fuck you too. Why'd you send me to Ottawa, you son of a bitch? And look where I am now.
It pisses me off every day, but I have to be a realist.
Columbus
I'm
is
gonna
going
go
to win
Columbus,
that series.
but the number of games, I think it is extended. I think I'll go 6 because I think the Penguins are the worst road team that are in the playoffs right now. So I'll go 6.
I am gonna say.
I want to doubt my team because I have no expectations for them. So if they reach 7 games, then they pass my expectations. They're not going 5. There's no
It's
way.
5.
They're winning 2 games.
The lucky number is 5.
They're winning at least 2.
I'm gonna say 5.
Wow. Okay. Fuck me, right? All right.
Nah, you're not my type.
Good. So I'm happy.
Yeah, and I don't swing that way, so there you go.
Thank
Oh yeah,
God.
there's that too.
All right.
You dirty animal. You.
Oh, I
Tampa-
showered today.
I have.
It was a cold.
Is it, did I?
See, it was a cold shower, but anyway.
That's a shower. Tampa Bay, Philadelphia.
On to the
Tampa Bay. I'm going Tampa Bay in 5.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. How does it make you feel? How does that make you feel?
Like you're full of shit, but anyway.
But
all
I'm
right.
being serious.
Because let's be honest, this is a
I'll-
sweep.
I'm gonna be a dick and one up you and say it's a sweep.
It's a sweep. No, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. No,
The
we
defense is
we
way
are
better.
Fucked against Tampa. We are absolutely fucked with no lube against Tampa.
Philly has beaten Tampa though.
No, they haven't.
They didn't.
Oh no, well yeah, we did. But
was
it
gonna
was
say, you-
it was in December when we were killing it before the trade deadline when we did fucking nothing. and our team has been leaky as fuck.
Tampa
coming down
Bay
the
shored
line.
up that defense in front of Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky's been good.
Like I said, there's no sweeps in the first round, so I'm going 5. I'll go 5.
So you're
Just
actually
like-
being nice.
Just like you guys backhanded me with my team with 5.
The number is 4.
But you know what? It came back to bite you in the ass there. But anyway, it doesn't really matter because, if we face Tampa, we're fucked. I'm
You guys
sorry,
win a
guys.
game in Philly, and then they go back to Tampa and
Listen,
close
all
it.
you Flyers fans out there, I love you all. But let's be honest, we cannot consciously, with our feet firmly planted on the ground, stare at ourselves in the mirror and tell ourselves the Flyers can beat Tampa. That's not true. You're lying to yourself. You're denying the truth.
They
Tampa
could.
Is, no, we
They
can't.
could. Listen.
No,
Hold
we
on.
can't.
Timeout.
Loyola
Hold on.
Chicago made it to the Final 4. Okay? Anything is possible.
That's
Listen,
basketball.
listen, hold
it
on.
doesn't matter.
Hold
That's
on.
A single elimination, too, anyway.
The Tampa Bay Lightning, like any other team, can be beaten. The
Yes,
likelihood
but-
is a little bit lower, but there have been teams that have been in the bottom seed that have beat the best teams in the league.
Yes, but here's the thing, though. The Flyers are extremely leaky, and the goaltending problem is still there. And the other issue comes into play of it takes one bad turnover. It takes too many bad penalties. It takes not playing a full 60-minute hockey game, which they have never been able to do this entire
And that's something that
season.
can happen to Tampa Bay, too. Do I think Tampa Bay is going to lose the series? No. But the Flyers could win the series. To say that it's a long shot or it's not going to happen, yeah, it's a long shot. Can it happen? Yeah.
It definitely can.
Absolutely.
I mean,
If Tampa Bay, listen, if you want to beat Tampa Bay, get them in the penalty box. Take the man advantage. Take advantage of the man
well, I
advantage.
can
It
tell you now, the
doesn't matter
Flyers
because-
can't be in the penalty box in this series.
Well, that
Right.
and also the fact that the Flyers really can't take advantage of their power play. That's been terrible all fucking year. It was good for maybe a short stint. And since then, they haven't
I
done
can't
a
say
damn
anything
thing.
about the power play this year.
Like, it's just been, like, terrible. Again, all the things that I see here, they point to a loss against Tampa, and they point to an ugly loss
They
against
do.
Tampa.
No, I'm going to say every game is a 1-goal game, but they still lose in 5 games.
I
See-
mean, the second game of the season or series between Tampa Bay and Philadelphia is the only game that is really a blowout.
Yes, but the thing is, and yes, the most recent game that they had was a shootout loss for the Flyers. But again, I don't like it. Tampa is a very
Listen,
good playoff team.
They are.
They're a
Yeah, but this-
buzzsaw
they
when
are.
it comes to this time in the year. It's a very difficult challenge and a daunting task for a young team that is still working on a lot of things and shoring a lot of things up. And that defense, again, it is not safe, and it's been proven. Brian Elliott is not safe as a goalie if you're going to go with him. On top of that, Mrazek, as good as he is, we know that he's not going to be able to get us past Tampa Bay. They're too good. I hate to say it, they're too good right now. We are not there yet. We are not there yet. We will be, but we are not there yet.
What's going to be funny is me and him are saying sweeps for Tampa. Flyers are going to wind up sweeping them.
If the Flyers wind up sweeping Tampa Bay, I will do freaking attempt to do cartwheels in the studio. I won't say I'll
Can I see?
successfully do
Can we do
them,
that
but
live on the
still.
air?
We
Can
will do it live.
We will definitely do. We will do that live on the air for you guys.
Yes,
Listen,
I will
I-
attempt
like-
to do one, and
Like
I
I
will fail
said,
miserably.
it's the series that you think look obvious are the ones that are really going to be the best series.
And here's
Agreed.
the thing: I know I'm coming off as a defeatist.
You make me want to
here,
bump it up to 6 games here,
But here's the
Matty.
thing, though. I know I'm coming off as a defeatist, and you don't need to give me charity. But the point is that I'm looking at it from a realistic point of view, from the way this team has played and the way they've been playing down the stretch. And the Flyers have not been playing great down the stretch. They've come through in the clutch. But the problem is that they've allowed way too many opportunities for a team to come back. They have gotten off to terribly slow starts against teams they have no business getting slow starts against.
No doubt.
All of these habits are not good habits to have going into the playoffs. And on top of that, defensive breakdown upon defensive breakdown, bad turnover over bad turnover, odd man rush on odd man rush. They never got them to go away. They consistently kept doing the same problems and the same mistakes. When you have that habitual issue against a team like Tampa, they will make you suffer for it. That's the kind of team Tampa is. And that's the kind of team the Flyers are. Yes, the Flyers have the ability to come back, but they've also had games where they've been down 4-0. They come back and tie the game up just to lose the game at the last minute. I'm just saying. I'm looking at it from a realistic point of view.
True
Little
that.
faith, Maddie. Little faith.
I have faith in us getting to the playoffs. When we get to the playoffs,
Hey, listen, they
That's a
already won in
different
my book.
story.
They are already surpassed me. So I projected them to be a bubble team and just miss the playoffs, and I mean that could still happen. But
it could technically, sadly.
It could.
Yeah,
It's a long shot.
it could still. All right, real fast before we end this thing. We'll before we end this, let's do our semifinals here. All right, so I have Tampa moving on, and they're facing Boston, and I have the Caps moving on to face the Columbus Blue Jackets.
And I have the Devils versus Columbus.
I have the Devils versus Columbus.
All right.
I'm going to say, for our series, I'll say Columbus goes on and beats the Devils. And I'm sticking with Tampa Bay. I say Tampa Bay and Columbus will be the top 2 in the East this year.
I like the Devils over Columbus. Something about that Devils team, I don't know what it is.
I like them, but there's something.
They're gonna be. There's
Columbus
always a
is good,
Cinderella
man.
team. I think they're gonna be the Cinderella team this year.
Yeah. They shouldn't be a wild card. It's just a shame the Metro's so strong this year.
And I like Boston over Tampa. I think Boston upsets
Okay.
Tampa.
All right, so I'm going to say out of Tampa and Boston, I will say Boston does beat Tampa. And then Washington against Columbus, I will say Washington chokes again, and Columbus goes to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Columbus could definitely beat them as well.
And
agreed.
I will say that. All right, so we got our Eastern Conference Finals. My Eastern Conference Finals is Boston versus Columbus. Boston beats
yeah.
Columbus.
Yeah, I think this is where Columbus's story ends as well, with Tampa beating them.
Okay.
This is where my Devils story unfortunately comes to an end. Boston beats them in 6 games. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah, I
God.
like that. So
I think either series, if it's Columbus against Tampa, which is what I'm rolling with right now, is going to be a 6-game series, as well as if New Jersey versus Boston were to play, I would definitely say 6 as well.
yeah. So I got Boston and I got Winnipeg in the Stanley Cup final.
All right, so my Stanley Cup final is I have Boston and I have Winnipeg. Duh. I have Boston and
So
Winnipeg.
I have Tampa and Winnipeg.
All right, so again, theme.
Yeah.
All right, so Boston versus Winnipeg. Oh. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give those fuckers that cup. No, Winnipeg ends the Canadian drought. Fuck Boston.
That's how I feel about Tampa, but I got to be a realist. I think Tampa's a better team.
All right, so you're going
overall.
to go with Tampa.
Yeah, I'm going Tampa. I'll say that's a 7-game series.
Okay.
I think this Stanley Cup, is regardless of who's in it, is going to wind up being a 7-game series. I like goaltending on each side is pretty much at par.
Yeah. Well, if you're going with Tuukka
Tuukka versus Halleback, yeah. Those are the two you got to rock. Defense, I think, is kind of equal. I give the edge to the Jets in offense. I think they go a little bit deeper than Boston, but you got guys on that Boston offense that are experienced, like Patrice Bergeron, who's won a cup,
Nash.
Brad Marchand, Rick Nash. Oh, wait, Rick
No.
Nash never won a cup.
No, he never won a cup, but it's just the fact that he's just one of
He's
those
been
bodies.
there. Yeah, he's been there. He's the veteran experience.
Yeah.
He's
So-
been to a Stanley Cup final. He didn't win it, though.
Yeah.
He didn't. No, he lost it to the he lost it to the Kings when the Rangers went. But there's, it's going to be one hell of a series if that's wind up being the two teams that are in there, because it's so evenly matched. You got, like I said, you got Bergeron, Marchand, Nash, all those guys, veteran experience that have been there.
Yeah.
Who do the Jets have? Patrick Laine hasn't been to a cup yet. Mark Scheifele has not been to a cup yet. Enstrom has not been to a cup yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
Dustin Byfuglien is probably their most veteran experience there.
But that does not necessarily matter.
No.
It doesn't matter at all.
Because let's be honest, doesn't matter who's been to the cup the most times.
And I know I don't want to do it, and I brought it up earlier in the show, but I'm going to bring up basketball again. And it's one thing that I heard. It was like, you're not going to expect a team like Winnipeg. For them to beat somebody, it's going to be like a wow factor kind of thing. And that's how the Sixers are going to be if the Sixers end up winning some series. It's the other veteran teams that everybody's going to be like, damn, I can't believe they lost,
Now, I will say this, too. You have to be a team that I absolutely despise in order to give that piece of shit Dustin Byfuglien another Stanley Cup. and I absolutely fucking despise the Boston Bruins. So, yes, unfortunately, I have to suck it up. And Steve Mason would win a cup, by the way, after we traded
Hey,
him.
that
But-
would be another ex-Flyer with the cup.
Needless to say, Jets in 7.
I like it.
All right, so me and you got the Jets. You said Tampa. All right.
I like my East Coast boys.
So the Canadian drought ends with us. You say Tampa adds a second to the collection. All right, then.
Sad to say, yep.
All right, so that will do it for our predictions again.
I'm just taking Vasilevsky over Hollaback.
Okay. So, with
Fair
that
enough.
being said, I think he's the only one who consistently could beat Matt Murray half the time, and that's the only truth.
Well, not technically.
Well, yeah. I mean, so
2 cups later.
Oh, yeah. Just we want to get technical with things. But anyway.
Yeah, this is an
All
old
right.
jersey. This one says 2016. I'm sorry.
Shut up. Anyway, so have I said fuck the Pittsburgh Penguins? Fuck the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't think I've said that
No,
enough
I
this
haven't
year.
heard that
Fuck
in a
the
while.
Pittsburgh Penguins. Fuck them. Anyway,
Maddie, we're not going to make time now. No.
I know. Who cares? It's important to say fuck the Pittsburgh Penguins. All right, that's it. That's it for this show. Thank you all for joining us again. If you did join us on Facebook Live and you joined us again on YouTube or on a2dradio.com, thank you. And last not, thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. We will be back next Thursday, and by then the playoffs will have begun, and we will know whether or not my Flyers have made the playoffs. We'll know whether or not your Penguins have home ice advantage against the Blue Jackets. We will know who has home ice advantage between the Ducks and the San Jose Sharks. That'll all be seen next week. It is time for Last Call. This has been the Hockey Happy Hour on a2dradio.com, brought to you by Scanzano Sports Center, located at 5 Carnegie Plaza in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You can give them a call at 856-889-3434 or visit them on the web at www.scanzanosports.com. This is the Hockey Happy Hour on a2dradio.com. We will see you all next week here on a2dradio.com.
Deuces.